Welcome to Bits and Pieces Quilting. Today I want to show you how to make this Bits and Pieces quilt. So stay tuned. Hi, I'm Michelle, and today I want to walk you through how to make this Bits and Pieces quilt. It is complete and utter chaos, and I love it. This is the kind of project that I save up all of my little bits and pieces for. And it can often take me months or even a year to make a quilt like this because I use the leftovers from every other project to put into a project like this. So let's dive right in and I'll show you how to do it. So if I've done the math properly, I think these are the last 3 blocks that I need to make the Scrappy half square triangles quilt. I have my bin of Scrappy half square triangles that I've been collecting for quite a while now, all trimmed up and all ready to go. And my little math sheet is here. This is the piece that came out of a fat quarter and I was doing my math on it. I think I need 288 blocks in total, and with 8 blocks out of each 10.5-inch square, I think these are the last 3 big ones that I need to make to get the last 24 blocks. So I have these really wild and crazy pieces cut from all kinds of leftovers. These were little side cuts off of triangles or tumbling blocks, I think, that I ended up sewing together. Some leftover triangles up here. This green one was fun. This is from my Falling into Green quilt. Most of it is all batiks and then a little piece of green on the end just to round it out. I needed them to all be big enough to cover my 10.5-inch square. So that one's just big enough. And then finally some more of those neutrals that I had kicking around in the scrap bin. So in order to finish these off, I will take my background squares and my long ruler and a pencil. I'll draw a diagonal line. I find this ruler a little difficult to read, so a little piece of tape here was marking off the measurement I needed for another project. Just going to mark this diagonal line across here with a pencil and in the other direction as well. And then I will lay this on top of the Scrappy blocks, so a 1/4 inch on both sides of the diagonal line. So a 1/4 inch on both sides of the diagonal line, and then come back and cut that into 8 half square triangles to square up for the half square triangle Scrappy quilt. Now that I have sewn a 1/4 inch on either side of the diagonal lines that I drew, I can square up this block and cut it into 8 half square triangles that I can then trim down and square up into the size I need for the Scrappy half square triangles. One of the things I didn't do before I sewed the diagonal lines was to make sure that my pieced block was also 10.5 inches to match my background block. So I'm just going to do that quickly now. Then I will cut through on the diagonals and then cut it in half length and by width as well to get the 8 half square triangles. So now that that is nicely squared up, I can set my ruler along the diagonal line that I drew down here and slice in this direction. And then I will set this diagonally in the opposite direction. Slice this in half. This is the easy 8 method of creating half square triangles. And then making sure that this hasn't shifted too much, cut through the center. It's 10.5 inches, so I want 5.25 in this direction. And then I want 5.25 in this direction. You know what? I'm going to fudge this just a little bit because I know that I want this to go straight through the center here. So that's a little bit 5 1/8 maybe, but I think that'll still be fine in terms of squaring up my blocks. So there we go. So now I have 8 half square triangles, each one a little bit crazy, a little bit different from its friends, but I'll press these out, square them up, finish cutting the last 2 sets that I made today, and I should double check my numbers, but I should have enough now to assemble the Scrappy half square triangle quilt. The size of these half square triangle blocks is determined by the background fabric that you use. In my case, I was able to cut 4 10.5-inch squares out of a 10.5-inch strip of fabric, meaning that my fabric had 42 usable inches of fabric from selvage to selvage. Depending on the background fabric you choose, you might only be able to get 40 inches of usable fabric, meaning your background squares would then be 10 inches each. I wanted to make sure that there was no waste in this project, so that's why I used 10.5 inches. And then, as I said at the beginning, over the course of probably a year or more, I've been making my leftovers and my scraps and my little bits and pieces into very random, very chaotic 10.5-inch squares that I can then layer with the background fabric to make these scrappy half square triangles. I like to make sure I have enough of the background fabric before I start a project like this because everything else is going to be random and chaotic, but I want that consistency through the whole thing. I hope you enjoyed this bits and pieces quilt. A free pattern is available on my website for download at www.bitsandpiecesquilting.com. But as you have seen, it's half square triangles. So the layout designs are endless, but I do provide a guide in the free pattern if you want to make one exactly like this. It is an amazing way to use up every tiny little scrap and throw them all together into the same project where they look fabulous. I hope you'll give it a try, and I hope that you'll make the most of your fabric bits and pieces. Thanks for watching.